say nothing wrong with me. They're not doctors.
Tonight at 6, WRAL investigates why it took the state 5 years to provide the care this man's family says he needs.
WRAL investigates. Watch and expect answers.
What they're doing to me is not right. It's cruelty.
A former state trooper's 5-year fight for care after he was injured in a crash while on duty. He took a vow to protect us. Tonight, a WRAL investigation into a trooper's treatment following a serious crash.
Doctors agreed he has a serious brain injury. So the question, why did it take the state 5 years to settle this case? WRAL investigates. Cullen Browder is here with the answer. Cullen?
Well, David and Deborah, Trooper Reyna never returned to work. He received 2 years of full pay after the accident and then 2/3 of his salary under workers' comp. The real battle came over his treatment, and the Reyna family dealt with doubts from the state over the extent of his brain injury. He was the poster boy for the highway patrol, literally.
He was a very optimistic person. He had a very commanding presence.
8 years as a trooper, Humberto Reyna was featured as the Latino face for the patrol. Then, November 23rd, 2009.
The man that left that morning, he didn't come home.
As he responded to a crash at I-40 and 85, Reyna's patrol cruiser was crushed by a hydroplaning car. Reyna was hurt, but his worst injury isn't readily visible.
He has a brain injury. He has cognitive deficits. He has dementia. He has post-traumatic stress disorder.
This is Reyna today.
I was doing my job. Whatever happened to me,
Reyna's family battled the state for years over his care. He collected workers' comp, but his wife, Kay, fought for rehabilitation and personal care services almost from day one.
How can they do that to me? Did they know what they're doing?
Reyna's speech is halted, his demeanor sometimes childlike. He takes several seconds to respond to questions.
Whoever's in charge in the Highway Patrol, they're very cruelty.
Despite his condition, Reyna is physically active, playing golf, swimming, and running. And for that reason, workers' comp followed Reyna and his family with a video camera.
Just because he can walk around does not mean that he doesn't have a serious traumatic brain injury.
Various doctors selected by workers' comp and not Reyna diagnosed him with a significant brain injury, including psychologist Ellen Curry.
I often feel powerless, that my recommendations are not heeded, that there is an atmosphere of, this is only my opinion, but wanting to provide less and less service for this man who is dramatically impacted.
Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming North Carolina Highway Patrol Trooper Michael Potts.
Kay Reyna draws sharp contrast to the way an emotional Governor Pat McCrory recognized Trooper Michael Potts during the State of the State in February. Potts was shot during a traffic stop.
I thank the governor for that. But I also want the governor to understand that there's other troopers out there that are injured who are not being treated with respect or honor.
Humberto Reyna versus North Carolina Department of Public Safety.
About a month after WRAL Investigates got involved, the case landed here before the Industrial Commission. Attorneys reached a confidential settlement. Reyna's lawyer chalked up the dispute to the state's efforts to protect taxpayer money and
a prolonged process for the decision makers to understand the medicine involved with brain injuries.
For Kay and Humberto, a burden eased, but not lifted.
It's a relief. It's been a very long process, but to have things resolved is an absolute relief.
Now, weeks ago, when WRAL Investigates reached out to the state, we were told leaders could not speak publicly about a specific workers' comp case. The Reyna family declined to sign a waiver releasing the state to talk. Well, today, the Department of Public Safety emailed us that, including salary, workers' comp, and medical costs, the state had paid more than $800,000 so far for Reyna. Greg Baker is the Commissioner of Law Enforcement.
I'm passionate about these men and women that wear this badge and carry a gun. So that's our first obligation, and that's not just me. That support is through our secretary all the way to our governor. But we also have an obligation to the public to be a good steward of their resources. And so we do look at these.
Now, last fiscal year, Public Safety paid out about $39 million in workers' comp claims. Kay Reyna argues it should not have taken a legal fight to get her husband the care he needed. David.
Cullen Browder, thank you.